Welcome guys to the Q's podcast. I'm your host, Spose Tugamlambi Sukabu Tsiwashu Titibu Nozingo Mtomlambo Mngosini Msutu Mjobi Gogwake. I'm with Johnny.
I so wish.
Johnny.
I so wish when the stagger say, look, guys.
You should learn it, bro.
Yeah, I know the small piece like.
You should go deeper. You should go.
Like
Sha.
Yeah. I will pick it up from the happy Samana the yeah, if you guys invite you up, go take a tastagas.
Welcome again, my brother. And this is your home, bro. And I feel like we should do more content. That's why on this path I want us to focus on politics, and with politics I want us to focus on Africa, a continent with over 1.2 billion people and 54 countries. And when you look back in the 1800s, the Berlin Cabal, the Berlin Conference, where the Europeans were at the table, the Africans were excluded, and Africans were the topic, were in the table.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But they were saving themselves, this continent. And you look at a figure like King Leopold, who killed millions of Congolese, chopped them. There's images which shows King Leopold chopping hands, people with no hands there because of they didn't because of at the time Baba Chopper Desandla. Remember, it was a time where a car, I think it's Mercedes, and they needed tires. So you use rubber for tires. So those tires, that's why there was so much production. They were forcing, they were enslaving people, and he committed a lot of atrocities, that Belgian called King Leopold. So it's sad when you read the history of Africa, especially the country called the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is the wealthiest country in the world, but yet the people from Congo are living in a perpetual state of poverty.
Problem is that it starts when those guys about our meeting, excluding Africans, about Africans. What do you call them? And problem is welcome. Why must we welcome you guys while those guys were planning for vulnerable poor state.
Yeah.
Reason why over the blacks say the whole continent of Africa. The blacks say they are bluff and allocation, they are demelana. If I have something you don't have, I regard myself as better than when.
Yeah.
That meeting and by conquering, and it's still happening. The funda guy. Those guys were planning to logo pay. And come cover the planet on go pay to a such extent there, you'll find as Malima Ratovole. Juju. There's no borders. But the borders. I'm not saying I was on nobody borders. I'll state why I'm saying I was on nobody borders.
Yeah.
Mar batile zone. Why battle zone? Getting towering. Bona. They were fighting for a potion in Africa. Meeting. Nagotana Habujuni, Nagotana Habumang, Nagotana, like Badwella, the Habujuni, Una the gold, they have all on the platinum. Like reason why nobody borders, okay, Nagi Concarili Habuju, then fancy A, Ausana Mutwatena, Kin Nagamu. ke ntho ne e etsahalang ke ntho ne ba e planang. Reason why I think aba utlwana bo le pila good meeting. That's why you'll find people like Napoleon back in the days never lwela their own claim ya land. The Romans via the up and down they went I don't know what grambare Shaka Zulu Skukuni o tsene Europe a tsena Italy a boa mapedi mazulu a bola ile ma Europe no yeah mercenary weapons and stuff but I etse any different.
Yeah,
I etse any different. We had the minerals, they want the minerals, so what do? But since we are meeting Raba welcome our biggest flop.
Because of, if you look at still on Congo, there's a book I read called Cobalt Red or Red Cobalt, somewhere along those lines, where the author speaks about on the book about how cobalt is powering our lives. It powers now our phones, our smartphones, our laptops, our tablets.
I can safely say Africa is running Earth. I can safely say, yeah, we beg to differ. I can understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like I'm not that informed and stuff, but Africa does run the globe. Like everything we have in Africa, by now we always say and stuff. Okay, let's look at the BRIC countries. It goes back to what you mentioned, Gatabaya Congo again. Again, then was the meeting. Take the fruit, it's a meeting. Oh,
yeah.
One one.
Yeah.
So, if we check out the BRIC countries, the countries that are more, that are powerful, look BRICS. Like we mentioned, they follow their own cows. I'm talking about India. Russia, they excluded it. Go Europe, is doing their own thing. You got countries like South Africa, Europe, America, ever came.
Yeah.
Reason why even now, the Russians they said they can fund the station and stuff. South Africa can't. Russia for the fact that the statutes everybody signed by the Europeans. Reason why I said we were not ready for the thing. We had people they were fighting for it. That's good, that's great for Naraba Levoka, Basui Sam, Bauraba upload, Abalaba and stuff. But those who are still remaining, I'm talking about the whole continent. So they were like I think they were like Chumiaga Isuile, Familia Isuile, Banyaga Naing. I'm entitled to forgetting or no Luela. Why your family died? What were you doing for a family? How is? What were you doing for when Obeto or Otochari? Otochari Loring, no Luela Mente. Again, all of a sudden, power Irashido will wait in the city. I was disturbed once. Ranta, Yamzant, Etauha.
Yeah.
Back then, our Nombulam Konyan, Mama Sori, Marga Hopo, Nombulam Konyan, Babulelo Ranta, our Parliament, nearly premier outing, I think. If I'm not wrong, stand to be corrected.
Yeah.
But Ranta, Arai were right up. Like, I was disturbed like really our all trust in you. But when you the one's gonna do us right. So Yampa a light but Baba in power. Banahana young Surunum from Konya now. People are doing laws or signing for laws or underboard. So if Mutuaring Rantaika Wargai Topa and the superiors this record, then that means Banana the same thing.
Yeah.
You get so meeting all our Berlin.
Yeah.
Wait, it's all the Africans debate divided. It's never plan that I didn't want a divide thing, but and herba divided and over conquer because no Rocolota Big World Bank.
Yes.
Brasilia kolota is in BRICS.
South Africa, I can say it's literally bankrupt.
Yeah.
And let's look at this now. Still on Congo and electric vehicles. So when you look at this issue here, Congo and the electric vehicles, the cobalt, you look at Bana, the young children, they are mining there, exploited. And then the mine, people who own the mines, they are the Chinese. Like everyone is coming in here. Like this analogy just stopped up. Everyone, Africa gets stopped up. Everyone, what's so Africa, I can conclude by saying that Africa is a factory.
Yeah.
And a farm.
That's true.
So
That's
in this
true.
farm, the politicians are the caretakers, are the managers of the masses. So us, when we are angry, a politician will come and calm us down. Well, guys, we're gonna fix it. You know,
and
they promise you a future. Let me finish this point. They'll promise you a future that will never come. People who rule this continent, who rule this country, who rule this world, are few elites. Few white elites.
Thank you.
Not just anyone. People who have studied this world, Abantu who are powerful.
The Ruperts are there.
Yeah. These families. That's why I want us to at some point to make a video about the importance of a family unit. Yeah. How Africans, the family unit has been broken. That's why now we have a lot of nyaupe kids,
roaming around,
alcohol, prostitution. But let me not segue Gakulu, let me not deviate.
You can
let me finish up this point, Toguchi. Now these politicians who are being captured now by business, by capital, by the white monopoly, the elites. So these people, they captured these politicians and then they've given them a few trinkets, which is your house, some shares nyana, a kanyana, tenda nyana,
you know how to play with
what nyana. Then these people, they are saving business, they are saving their masters, they are not saving you. Unless the youth come to realize that Labantu, they are not saving you, they are saving those who pay them. Who pays the piper, calls the tunes, who pays the bills, controls everything. We're living in a money world, and money now has become God.
Exactly.
And it's controlled and determined by a few on how to get it.
Stressing here, we're living in a money, bruh. You know, like the people who come up with the rules.
Yeah.
And like the people, we as Africans, right, in terms of the rules, ne? Reason why I could that meeting of Berlin, all over conquering DRC, Africa as a whole. Like I was through DRC, right?
Yeah.
Mar, okay, level of those guys. Those guys they clever. Like, can I take my head off for them? Like Europeans and Americans, they very chill, and the chillers are not really very good to extend their ring. We don't trust each other as Africans. Yeah. You get, and like this guy's joke. But when even the movie Blood Diamond, it's a real thing, right? Yeah. From a real story. The Blood Diamond, it goes back to your Congo. The people Congo, they live the way the movie portrayed them, that the young soldiers. You get a 12-year, 13-year-old
and they die in this mines.
Exactly. You're killing the future of Africa. Like he who has an AK, a 13-year-old or a 10-year-old might be a president for a certain country, Africa and stuff, or a chartered accountant, or inventor, something, bruh. But already by that, but okay. go na le essay ya ke Sepedi o ke Setswana o ke ya gore le sepa re go ba le sa le metsi. So ba itsitseng ba to remind you a young child or a young African child, because remember the Europeans, the Americans, ke bona ba supplyang the weapons for some of the dynasties through the CIA or ke ding nka no ke bolela dilo tse leng gore a concrete evidence ya yona or nka show and stuff, but we all know.
But that's true, because when you look at Africa, do you know what are the two biggest multi-billion dollar industries? Can you guess?
Let me try.
Two.
I'll go for platinum and diamond.
No, two biggest billion-dollar industries in Africa. It's keeping Africans in a perpetual state of poverty and at a perpetual state of conflict. Look around Africa, watch documentaries, watch movies, poverty and conflict. Like you find out if you don't play ball as a leader, you find yourself in this predicament. These people have elected you.
Exactly.
They put you there. So if when you wanna work for the people, you wanna empower people, those guys, it's either they assassinate you or they create an opposition. They fund the rebels, call them the Boko Harams and
everything
the soldiers, these mercenaries, about these coups. Now there's a rise of coups. So a coup is overthrowing an incumbent government. Okay. So these people are sponsored, Guti. Create chaos, let them fight. When they fight, Tina, we're coming with our jets, the minerals
out.
They are going Europe,
they create,
and then the value, Yakona, is being determined in Europe. Everything, it comes here, it builds now. Remember back, there was slavery. Now it's there was colonialization. And now it's neo-colonialization, where those guys are no longer here.
Yeah.
But they still have the economy. Okay. They control everything. They're using now a person like you to oppress you.
They start making your country a no-go zone area by founding a war and stuff, by rumela digani and stuff. Through the channels. Thereafter, if it's a no-go area, then the finished product the also no diga country now. But about the rebels which they are funding. Demand ever high price. So you can't reach into a country now. Just because of Patomaga it's a no-go zone area. Like then even the investors, they are from your account. Let's check about Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, even South Africa, Zimbabwe. The thing ever thing and evil days. But manage it as much as we're speaking. They managed for Asuleta and they made our rulers never greedy in a way. Baba the dynasty, the present.
Those trinkets I was speaking about, the cars, the German cars and stuff.
The German cars and stuff. Check out. He had a good idea in terms of like each and every African must have a land and stuff. But the manner he approached it, and for the fact that we captured by Europeans and Americans as Africans, as soon as Ottoman or blacks must own this, sanction.
Just sanctioned, bro.
Sanction over a poor state. Look at Zimbabwe now.
It's bad, bro.
It's bad, dog.
And look at how now these illegal foreigners have flooded here in South Africa.
Remember I spoke about Donald Trump, about the wall he was building. Like, I know the whole world is hating Donald Trump, man, but even myself too. I have like this other part that hates him. You get
Yeah.
Donald Trump at some point, no, bruh. But the Mexicans did the right thing by asking him like, who's gonna build the wall you talking about? Yet those guys at the same time, man, if you look at it like this, Americans, Donald Trump, o deala ka taba ya di-border, o deala ka ntho e fotsong o e bolela in terms of gore batho ba atle fela. Joe, we have census. O lebelle gore and everything e re bolelang e tla from meeting o la wa belly.
Yeah.
Because never planets go pay.
Yeah.
Look at us now. As much as I mentioned, we South Africans are still ready for freedom.
Yeah.
Census. People are coming back up and down from South Africa with no papers. You get. So what's a langa gaga border?
I want to close it off a quote by Marcus Garvey, who once said that a people who don't know their past, their origin, their culture,
it's bad.
are like a tree without roots.
It can fall anytime. It can fall anytime because there's nothing holding it down.
Tree.
There's no reason.
So profound, so powerful. And now we need to realize that we need to love ourselves.
And the roots are strong, bro.
Too much.
Talking about
they go deeper.
They go deeper because you can find after a strong wind, the tree can break, but the roots will stand still.
Still there.
You get. So if you don't know your roots, then that's going to be a problem.
You become a slave to another culture. If you don't know your culture, you literally a slave to another culture.
I'm still a student in my culture too. I don't know about my culture that much. Where at the age I'm at now, I was supposed to know more,
but it's never too late.
Thank you.
This life thing is a journey. We learn, we unlearn, and also we relearn. So we need to be open-minded, especially as a youth, to ask questions. We ask questions, ask important questions. Go read the history. Sit namakrutmane. Tina, we've got this oral snigiwe orally, like ukuluma and stuff. We learn orally.
Yeah, when you talk about Makrut man,
and it's our strength, and they are not sharing. It's not or anything, but they need to share with us.
Makrut man, let me tell you, Makrut man, even like my life gets so shambu, like Makrut man, as I am boy, man, Makrut man, I share. Makrut man about when I listen to the only thing by Nahanang to ever time I they can send you or life guidance like it's scarce. Yeah, there's some. I get a rubber pink one. There's some battle with time with Amphanasim to allow it as us. But like our Makrut man are negative parents. The parents live on at the same time.
We're going through a lot because now we're living from hand to mouth. This segregation, separation, and we are being put here in this concentration camps called townships. We are far away from the city. Hospanela town, look at this capitalism era now. When you're working in town, let's say you're staying in Mamelodi, you're staying far away from town. You have to use public transport. Taxi now is 25 rands. So if you're working 5 days a week, and then which means you're gonna be paying $1,000 on transport. Government now and business now have increased fuel prices, food prices.
So, Mare, why the way
accommodation?
Why the way Guptas or people are captured? Why did he didn't make a noise? They tell me who are the Europeans, or they tell me the Oppenheimer piece and stuff. I know this from the grandparents that like it's been going on for years.
These people, like, know what they do. They program you through education. They indoctrinate you ne? Through education, through media. Look at who owns media. Nespas, Koosberger, still the same media which was there apartheid, still the same companies which benefited apartheid. They are still here. And people are never being given reparations. Pila Tina Blacks. They should actually kube nge-94 bathize i-taxes imenyana singabhadeli because of apartheid was a crime against humanity.
When you saying
Sihlale sipushe so-organize just like the Jews. They were given reparations. Tina, where are the reparations?
When you saying 94 was a tax and stuff, it boils back to when Ila or ya uka baba mabare mandala or rekisiti mang wezi some of also Tokyo squad because the rupees the whites like in algo site in Labona yadi mine and stuff. So you get the thing here this thing a boiler umolomo on the crew ya wetang ya explode. The reason why now I'm saying like the way by jumping that thing, but the Guptas, which is true, Guptas, it's very nice state, you know,
but
as if I'm a little shady. People are by checking a stylist, and a little shady. People who were in charge back then before pirate to low shady, they didn't save this, they were just pocketing. You get. Then after, when someone comes in, we expect a whole deal right while who will damage back then cover and stuff and get to all the time when we complain as citizens, but but the whites did this and this, we still fix it. How many years Salibaba on or salary freedom how many years if it's a school metric.
My brother, I see Vale. And I appreciate your time and I appreciate you sharing this knowledge with us. And yeah, you are officially a resident of this podcast, my brother. Come anytime.
Thank you.
My brother, I appreciate you, Gakulu journey. Yeah, much love. May the good Lord. I won't say that.
But I was nervous, bro.
But you did quite well, bro. You did quite well. And I'm proud, man. Keep it up, keep going, and
thanks,
man. Aluta continue.
Struggle continues.
Yeah.
Struggle continues.
Tell my people that I love them.
Same here.
My blood will nourish the tree that will bear fruit to freedom. Solomon Kalushi Masangu. Aluta.
Aluta continue.